Bill, you're on Heart of the Matter.
Hi, Shawn. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great. The question I got is, I've been talking with the missionaries. They've been coming over, the LDS missionaries.
Yeah.
Me and my wife. And they started talking about baptisms for the dead, and that was kind of a weird, I didn't know, I was just wondering what your take on that was. It just didn't really stand with me very well.
Yeah. What baptisms are the dead for the listening audience? Bill, you probably have already heard this, but Latter-day Saints believe that baptism by one holding the proper authority is necessary for salvation. So therefore, what they do is vicarious ordinance work in LDS temples for people who are dead. That's why they do all the genealogy they do. They go and they find a relative's name who hasn't been baptized by one with the proper authority, and then someone goes into the temple and they put them in a baptismal font and they dunk them. Here's the problem. They use one reference in Corinthians to substantiate the biblical reference. Joseph Smith took that one reference to baptism for the dead, and he let his imagination go and came up with this whole theory and practice about it. If you look at that in context, I'm not going to take the time here because I would have to have my computer and things, but in context, that verse completely has nothing to do with vicarious ordinance work that was valid at that time.
So none of the other churches do this? This is just an LDS thing?
None of the other churches do it. The LDS currently are the only ones who do it. However, there is speculation that some early Christians or people who were trying to find Christ did establish a practice of baptism for the dead to try to think of a way to baptize people who are dead. But I guess I won't skirt the issue. The real context of that verse is they were baptizing people who had been killed as Christians, who were martyred. And Paul is saying, why are you baptizing for the dead? Meaning, why are you baptizing more people in their place if you don't believe in the resurrection? The key to that verse is read the following verse after it. It says, and why stand we in jeopardy at every hour? So what he's saying is, what are you baptizing people in the place of those who have been killed? When you don't believe in the resurrection, why are you standing in jeopardy at every hour? That's the context of those verses. Joseph Smith's context, completely out there.
I appreciate it, Shawn. I just wanted to see what your take was.